I can't tell Siri to go hands-free to start the recording, but it's still 60 FPS, 4K, right, without a turn signal. But as I'm turning onto the main road here on 140, I'll use my turn signal, but I'm going north. So I'm still driving, right? It doesn't matter, because I have to yield, I have to check my blind spot, check my mirror, and then proceed. But you don't see that. Why? Because, the camera's positioned right on the AC so that I can proceed forward, 10 and 2, kind of, seatbelt sign off, mirrors checked before I took off, and I'm driving down 140 all the way to Boylston, pretty much. Before I get to Boylston, I'll turn to 290, go all the way back to Worcester, onto Burncoat Street, and right off of Burncoat Street is Igreja Nova do Cordeiro. Ou Igreja Nova do Cordeiro. Desculpa, sorry. Igreja Noiva do Cordeiro, meaning the Church of the Bride of the Lamb. I'm passing by one of the oldest churches that I can remember. There's a chapel on the hill here on 140. And I had a thought of how the Brazilian church would rent the nighttime service from the American chapel that would do service in the morning time, and we would do service at nighttime at 7 p.m. And you who are American who follow my channel over can see, that I'm Brazilian. You'll ask, 7 p.m. service? By that time, I'm already getting ready to go to sleep. I'm already, I have work in the morning, or I have school, or I have VBS. It's Monday tomorrow. I got to get up at 6 a.m. and I got to go to VBS, or I got to drive my kids to VBS, or I have, summer school or something like that, or summer camp, or a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout or a cadet, or I'm 25 to 27 or 29, and man, I still have VBS, right? Because I'm a leader, right? I'm a leader. Man, 7 p.m. on Sunday is formality for me in every direction. Why? Because Jesus, he rose on Sunday morning and then disappeared. Disappeared. He was spotted on the road to Emmaus, and then appeared before the disciples and before 500 witnesses, ascended up to heaven. And the only person who saw him again was Stephen. Said, I see the Son of Man standing at the right hand of the Father. Or I see the heavens open up, or I see the heavens open and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of the Father. That's the last place they saw him, basically. Peter saw him coming down with a little cloak with a bunch of animals, saying, hey, kill and eat. And Peter said, Master, I do not eat anything that is unclean. And then Jesus says, do not call unclean that which I have called clean. Now, don't be racist just because we have 7 p.m. service on Sunday night, and that I'm occupying space or renting out your church for my Hispanic or Latino service or my Brazilian service at nighttime. Because if you show up, you will really feel the presence of God in that nighttime space. Why? Because there's a liturgy. There's a liturgy. There's a New England orthodoxy here in Massachusetts that begins with the Puritan revival brought over by the Pilgrims, and then a Pentecostal revival following the Quakers in the 19th century, going into the first couple years of the 20th century, William Seymour and Azusa Street. Us Brazilians, we follow that tradition. Why? Because we're Western, us Brazilians. Us Brazilians, we're from Brazil, and Brazil is from where? The West. We're in the Western Hemisphere. Now, maybe you have a preconception of Brazilians based on the internet, but perhaps you're actually imagining Cape Verde. Perhaps you're imagining still Africa. Perhaps you're imagining even the Caribbean, right? That we speak French or something. No, we speak Portuguese. We speak Portuguese. We're all over the internet. We have a .br, and we're extremely and incredibly Christian.